Hey, this is the face of stress, but it's a good stress. I started DMA school. My life is going 100 miles per hour. I have a gig rehearsal in an hour, and it's 20 minutes away. In the meantime, I had a lesson today, and the student's horn had leaks, and he claims that he's never bumped it, and he doesn't not take care of it. He swabs it like a good saxophone gentleman, but his horn is still full of leaks. He took it to a repairman, started playing well for a while, and then it's leaking again. And for me personally, there's been many times where I take an old horn I used to play, it's been sitting for like a year or two, and I play it, and it just doesn't play anymore. A little over a year ago, I started using key clamps. So the idea behind this is whenever you play a saxophone, your saliva gets into the pores of your pads, and this causes the pads to slightly expand. And then when it dries in open air, it shrinks again. But because it's in open air, it's not shrinking to a specific shape. It just kind of free-for-alls. And according to team clampers, that's why the horn leaks. But there is a trade-off. If you're not putting on those clamps every single time, you make yourself even more susceptible to leaks. Because the pad dries into the shape of the tone hole, and the shape kind of modifies, but then the minute you make it dry into open air, then it's starting to take new types of transformations. Not only that, putting on the clamps is tedious. You gotta put them on every time. And at first they're a bit tricky, so it can take you about 1 to 2 minutes to do it. And then just to play your horn, you gotta take them off. Not only that, your keys are much more susceptible to stickiness. And I'm not a clamp artist and I'm not a key leaves artist, but the stickiness really bothers some people. So a lot of people buy key leaves. But then the team clampers are very anti-key leaves because key leaves keeps all of your pads open. I'm not a repairman, and I'm really not someone that you should listen for this kind of advice. Which is why I'm making this video. I want to spark a conversation in the comments. Key leaves artists, people that use key leaves, what's your history with leaks? Because I've been using the clamps consistently on my Yamaha for about a year now. And I took it to get service, and there was not a single leak found. My undergrad professor, Dr. Bear, didn't get his Mark 6 service for 2 years, but he's a very consistent key clamper. Took his horn to get checked, didn't have a single leak. And like I said, some people really hate sticky pads, but for me, I'd rather have a sticky pad and unstick it than to pay, $50 to get a leak fixed, or maybe even possibly an overhaul, which can be several $100s, usually past $1,000. So it's like, there's a trade-off. Would you rather have non-sticky pads and lower maintenance? Or would you rather have a horn that doesn't leak anymore, but is higher maintenance, and there's a quicker punishment if you don't maintain this higher maintenance? For me, I've gotten really used. It's totally habit now to put on those clamps. There's no problem for me. But it took me a long time to get there. I was like, it's just sitting on the stand. I don't need to put the clamps on. But I remember doing that for like a week, and I started getting leaks, and I was like, oh gosh. But I don't know, maybe it could just be the brand of the horn. Maybe it could just be the status of the pads. Like I said, I've never used key leaves. It seems that a lot of my key leaf artist friends, for a lot of them, it's really no struggle to just get their horn maintenance here and there. They really don't mind it. But for me, even with the clamps, if I just Yamaha pad paper, it's really not so sticky. I have to use that Yamaha pad paper like once every 2 weeks, maybe like once a month sometimes. I don't know. I don't know what to preach to my students on this subject. I need more input. I need more experiences. Can you guys tell me in the comments what you think? And I will read them all. I want to read all the discourse. Also, I just got the Yamaha Custom EX. Check it out. I will be making a video on this next. Super excited about that. Yes, sir! I haven't even played it. It's still in the plastic inside because I want to get that all on video, my first reaction and stuff. And my professor here, Dr. Schultz, he plays on it. It sounds so great. It's obviously because of him, but that was the last straw. I was like, okay, if he sounds as good, he trusts a Yamaha Custom EX, that tips the scale for me. Which probably means it's the end of an era. I'm going to be selling my YAS 62, the Mario Kart lick horn, but I'll announce that later. Alright, thank you so much. Thank you to Skillshare for making this video possible. Skillshare is an online learning platform with members from over 150 different countries. On it, you can learn a variety of skills at a professional level, ranging from lessons from any musical instrument that you desire, to other completely unrelated things like engineering or learning a language. For me, I've recently learned that color grading is pivotal in making your content look really nice. So I've been watching the courses by Miles Fernley on this topic. I'm already making improvements. Check me out. Bad color grading. Good color grading. Weird color grading. There are tens of thousands of professional online courses on this platform. If you want to at least try it out and see if it's of interest to you, the first 1,000 people to click the link in the description below will get a free 1-month trial. Don't knock it till you try it. Go ahead and give it a try. Anyway, thank you so much for 168,000 subscribers. That is a lot of subscribers. Thank you so much for 168,000 subscribers. Oh! Have a good day. Have a good day.